Hey, welcome back. Today we're diving into the story of one single place that has seen everything from brutal medieval warfare to the glamour of a modern movie set. We're going to unravel the incredible journey of this one-of-a-kind castle. So let me just start with a question for you. What in the world could possibly connect the epic fantasy of Game of Thrones with a real-life, pivotal battle from the 17th century? Sounds kind of random, right? Well, the answer might surprise you.
And that answer isn't some abstract idea. Nope, it's actual stone, timber, and a whole lot of secrets, all tucked away inside the walls of the magnificent Ehrenfels castle in Austria. This is where our story really begins. But here's the twist. We're not going to start way back in the past. First, let's jump right into its surprising modern life, as a bit of a movie star.
Yeah, you heard that right. This ancient fortress has actually been a backdrop for some huge productions. We're talking about the global phenomenon Game of Thrones and the blockbuster mystery The Da Vinci Code. It just has this timeless look that makes it the perfect setting for both epic fantasy and historical thrillers.
But long before any cameras started rolling, Ehrenfels was a serious, hardcore fortress. It stood and watched centuries of conflict and change. So, come on, let's peel back those layers and take a trip back in time.
Okay, so the castle's official story kicks off way back in 1369 as this rugged medieval stronghold. As the centuries passed, the Renaissance and Baroque periods came along and totally transformed it, from just a defensive structure into something way, way grander. And then, bam, 1683, it finds itself right at the center of the historic Battle of Linz.
And look, this wasn't just any old castle. It was a vital, strategic stronghold, controlled by some of the most powerful families in the region, including the counts and archdukes of Austria. Its location and its sheer strength made it a critical piece on the geopolitical chessboard of the time.
And when I say it was built for defense, I really mean it. The very structure of Ehrenfels is basically a masterclass in medieval military engineering. It was designed to withstand just about anything you could throw at it.
Just how strong were those defenses? Get this. 5 meters. That's over 16 feet thick. In an age of catapults and early cannons, walls this massive weren't just for show. They were a declaration of power and permanence, designed to be pretty much impenetrable. Can you even imagine trying to attack that thing?
But Ehrenfels is so much more than just a brute fortress. As it got renovated over the centuries, it became a true architectural masterpiece, blending all these different styles into one stunning structure. You can see this beautiful contrast all over the castle. On one hand, you've got these classic Gothic revival elements. You know, the dramatic pointed arches and those incredible ceilings with intricately crossed stone arches called ribbed vaults. They're all designed to draw your eye upward. On the other hand, you have the opulence of the Baroque style, with its big, sweeping arches and grand, impressive staircases built to impress and project power. And then you step inside, and the whole vibe changes again. The interior introduces these delicate, super detailed Rococo influences. The rooms are just filled with these intricate carvings and ornate decorations. This really tells a story of changing times, a shift from pure defense to showcasing wealth, art, and the luxurious comforts of aristocratic life.
Now, what's really interesting is what's hidden inside those 5-meter-thick walls. So let's go uncover some of the secrets of the castle.
We're going to take a quick tour through 3 of its most remarkable features: the ingenious Great Hall, the stunning Baroque chapel, and the surprising collections of treasures hidden away inside. Okay, this is absolutely brilliant. The Great Hall wasn't just for feasts and ceremonies. It had a secret function. There was this clever system of pulleys and counterweights that meant it could be quickly sealed up and fortified during an attack. It's a perfect blend of beautiful form and deadly function. Next up is the chapel, just a beautiful example of Baroque design. It's adorned with these incredible frescoes, and it also houses a magnificent organ that was built way back in the 18th century. It's one of those spaces that's just designed for quiet reflection and a little bit of awe. The castle also serves as a guardian of history, housing some incredible collections. We're talking priceless rare books and manuscripts, a huge collection of fine art and sculptures, and all sorts of historical artifacts. But there's one collection that really stands out.
And this is what just brilliantly illustrates how deep the history of this site goes. Tucked away within this medieval fortress are relics from the Roman Empire. I mean, how incredible is that? It's a connection to an even more ancient past, all preserved right there inside the castle walls.
So, what is this castle today? Well,
It's not just some dusty old relic. It's very much a living piece of history. Let's see what role it plays in the modern world.
Well, after centuries of being a private stronghold for noble families, Ehrenfels is now owned by the city of Linz, and they've done an amazing job preserving it and opening it up to the world as a public museum for everyone to come and experience.
And people absolutely love it. The castle draws over 100,000 visitors every single year, all coming to walk through the exact same halls where knights, nobles, and yep, even movie stars have stood.
And the castle story just keeps evolving. It hosts an annual festival celebrating music, art, and culture, filling these ancient grounds with new life. And that's how a historical site avoids becoming a static monument, you know? It remains a dynamic part of the community, making sure its legacy isn't just preserved, but celebrated.
So it's been a fortress, a noble home, a movie set, and now a vibrant cultural hub. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? After more than 600 years of constant transformation, what will Ehrenfels Castle become in the next 600? I guess that's a question for time to answer. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.